As the New York Times reported today, the Christian right is not entirely hot to trot for Chris Christie. They fear that when they look at him, they don't see the kind of ardent culture warrior that they're looking for as the next Republican presidential nominee. Over the weekend, Christie gave a speech to the NAACP that seemed to suggest that the religious right may be right.
I believe that every life is an individual gift from God, and that every person is precious and needs to be treated that way. Now, it's easy for some in our society to say that they are pro-life when the life is in the womb. See, they haven't disappointed us then. But people come out of the womb and they make mistakes. And when they make mistakes, we need to decide, are we pro-life then too?
Mark, if I know you, and I think I do, there's a lot in that clip that you liked. But the question is, how big a problem is Chris Christie have with the cultural conservative right?
This is the most overrated thing since the Washington Bullets drafted Kenny Green out of Wake Forest. How's that? Okay. Totally overrated. Look, every Republican who runs, every Republican, Ted Cruz is going to have problems with the right. Yeah. Chris Christie has a lot of conservative positions. He's got a record of winning, and he's got good political skills, which you saw there. And if you go on his website, you can see that whole speech. He's not a perfect candidate for the right, but if he gets in this race, raises money, and is strong, I think this is a totally bogus, overrated thing.
I think one thing you and I totally agree about is that in either party, in order to be president of the United States, you got to take on your base on some things. You must.
You have to.
It's absolutely a sine qua non.
Particularly now.
And especially in this Republican Party. And in this case, he's not actually attacking the Christian right. All he's sort of saying is, I'm not going to kowtow to the Christian right. And their power is not increasing. It's ebbing, if anything.
Liberals who've written him off and conservatives who've written him off don't understand how strong his skills are. There's a reason why he was considered a huge national player. Bridgegate set him back, but he can give speeches like that. There are very few people in the party who can, and he's aggressive. And when you have a problem and you're aggressive, you go fast and hard, and he does that. I think this thing is totally overrated. You have problems with the right? Sure. But they're not insurmountable.
And that's just another way of saying, I share your values, but we got to look at it in a slightly different way.
Exactly.
And so he's not really trouncing them. He's just basically saying, hey guys, you got to look at this in a different way.
Exactly.